Hi everyone, I'm Matthias Herfeldt, working in communications at Helvetas. And next to me on the red sofa is Jürg Merz. Hi Jürg.
Hi Matthias.
You are our Continental coordinator for Asia. And actually when we scheduled this meeting for today on the red sofa, we wanted to talk about Nepal, because today it's exactly 10 years ago when the big-scale earthquake happened in Nepal, and at that time you lived and worked there. But in the meantime, a similar event happened in Myanmar. What did you think, what did you feel when you heard about the earthquake in Myanmar?
Well, firstly, I vividly remembered how I felt at the time 10 years ago, the scare, how we were scared and how everything was shaking in the noise. And I felt how people in Myanmar now have to feel with this event that happened.
I can imagine. At that time, at the time that the earthquake happened in Nepal, you had to improvise quite a bit. I believe it's the first really big-scale earthquake or event where we delivered also a big-scale response. There was a lot of learning. What do you think was the learning for the organization so that we are capable now to deliver a much more professional response in Myanmar right now?
Well, I think we are, throughout the organization, much better prepared. We know what is required in terms of response on the ground, but it's also, we know what is required in terms of mobilization of resources, how we do that. We know how to coordinate the activities, not only within the organization, but also with other partners and other organizations. Overall, we are much better prepared and we know what we're doing.
Now, what is specificity where we are quite strong at Helvetas? What we have really developed also in such cases is that we really manage to link up the short-term response with the longer-term projects that we run anyway. It was the case in Nepal and will be in Myanmar, so what we refer to as nexus between the different types of interventions. Yes, maybe you could tell what you did in Nepal, how you linked up these two interventions, and what this means now today for Myanmar.
In Nepal, we started with very rapid assessments on the ground to see what is required. We supported the families with tarpaulins to cover their houses and to take shelter. We quickly then started to assess what can we do with the existing projects. And just as an example, in our vocational skills project, we started to train carpenters and masons in resilient construction techniques.
To rebuild the houses.
To rebuild the houses, correctly. And I would say the same we are going to do also in Myanmar, where we now started immediately with a direct response to cater for the immediate needs. And now also start to look into the medium to long term, what is actually required, what needs to be done next. But this really still needs a little bit of assessments so that we can deliver what is required.
Yes, so thank you very much, Jürg, for these insights. And thank you for your attention and for watching this video. We think of all the victims in Nepal that have suffered from the earthquake 10 years back, and especially for people affected of the earthquake in Myanmar that happened 1 month back, with our deepest feelings. Stay safe and bye.